Hey again, folks, and welcome back to another DCP review. And with April being Autism Awareness Month, I felt this was the perfect time to take a look at this particular DCP replica. And I've wanted to do a review on this the past couple years now, but I've always missed my opportunity. That's not happening this time. So that being said, today we'll be looking at this Autism Awareness Peterbilt 389 with 53-foot dry goods trailer, which is actually named one of many. Now, unlike most of these combo sets, DCP didn't just come up with this idea. They didn't just randomly take a Peterbilt 389, put it with a van trailer, paint it this color, slap some graphics on it, and call it a day. This is actually a real truck, and the individual who owns this rig is a guy named Mike Manuel. I apologize if that's mispronounced, but apparently he goes around to a lot of these truck shows and even has his own trucking company down in Virginia. And I guess it was in 2015 or 2016 he decided to build this truck, and he was actually inspired to do this because his daughter has autism. So I'd assume this was something for her as well. But he started out with a 2015 Peterbilt 389 and a 2017 Mack curtain-sided flatbed trailer. And I believe he had somebody else do the graphics on the truck and the cover on the trailer. But apparently this was a very popular truck at shows, and I do know a couple people who've actually seen this in person. I'm not that fortunate, sadly. But when it comes to this die-cast replica, this is where I was really intrigued. Is apparently Mike commissioned DCP to do around 100 to 200 of these. I'm not exactly sure on the number, I just know it was a limited run. But basically, all the proceeds that were made off of the sales of these die-cast replicas were to go to autism research. And when I first saw these trucks come onto the market, I knew I had to have one of these just because I like the overall look of it. I like the color, the graphics, and everything. And when I also found out that the money from these was going to a good cause, that was another reason that I wanted to get my hands on one of these trucks. And I do have friends online here who are autistic as well. And, I just felt like I had to have one of these. In a way, kind of an impulse buy, but again, the money was for a good cause, and I just think this is a sharp-looking truck. So when it comes to the build style of this truck, it's pretty much the standard that you'd find on all the other DCP rigs. Although I guess at the time this set came out, as well as a few others, DCP decided to make a new sleeper casting to accommodate these windows on the side. And I guess before, what they were doing is they were using the older sleeper castings like this and just putting a window decal right here. Which, while that was convincing, I think that actually making a new casting and adding windows just looks so much better, especially on this truck. But again, it's just like any other DCP rig. You got the working suspension on it, you got the working steering. The hood does open, although I'm not exactly sure what motor we have in here. I know Cat motors are yellow, Cummins motors are red. This one is blue, so Mike probably knows what motor is in this truck. I don't. But again, you can see that this has a lot of chrome work on it, just like any other DCP truck. I do like the bumper as well as the bow tie visor. And, the graphics are really nice on this as well. I like that we have the Autism one of many on the back there. You can see that we do have the custom bumper, I guess, that is on this truck. And also, I like the puzzle pieces they have along the deck plate and the fenders. That is really nice. And again, I just like the choice of color on this truck. It's sort of like a metallic blue, kind of, but I guess the flake in it is a bit subtle. But yeah, this is a really sharp-looking rig, and if DCP was going for accuracy, personally, I think they nailed it with this rig. When it comes to the trailer, this is where DCP kind of missed the mark because, like I mentioned earlier, the real trailer was a Mack curtain-sided flatbed. This here is a 53-foot smooth-sided van trailer, And my only guess as to why DCP went this route is because they did not manufacture the correct trailer at the time, so they just used the closest thing they had. which I mean, they still kept the correct shape and everything. So I don't think it's too bad. Again, we've got the graphics on the side. We got the puzzle pieces around the border. We've got the Autism one of many plus the ribbons. My only complaint though would have to be the graphics on the roof, because we got the puzzle pieces here, but going down the side we got this sudden strike of blue through them, and that was not like that on the real truck. I'd assume because the van and the roof were two separate pieces, the DCP could not paint the puzzle pieces fully, but I don't know. I just think it kind of doesn't make sense to have these graphics on the roof when they're cut off like that. That's just my opinion. But going around to the back, we also got the Autism one of many once again, plus the puzzle pieces around the border. And I noticed up in the corner here we got Kara, and that would be Mike's daughter. I'm not sure who Maggie is, though. Maybe if somebody knows, they can leave it in the comments. But the last thing, not really graphics, but I do like the use of chrome on this. And there's not an excessive use of it, but there's enough here to make it look flashy. And you can see on the bottom there is chrome, and also the panel on the front here is chrome. You can just see the camera there. But yeah, I think the chrome is very well balanced on this trailer. And just like all the other DCP trailers, we got things like working landing gear and the working suspension. We got toolboxes and mud flaps. And yes, once again, the doors on the back do open, and there is detail inside. And again, I just think this is a really eye-catching trailer and truck combo. So here's another look at the set. And like I said before, I just really like the look of this truck. The colors used and the graphics and the right balance of chrome. I just think it's an eye-catching piece. And I think that the few flaws this has with the issues on the trailer is really nothing to complain about, and no reason to turn this set down if you ever came across it. And I mean, this is by far one of the favorites in my 1/64 scale collection. Now, when it comes to whether or not I'd recommend this set, I can honestly say it's well worth getting, in my opinion. Personally, I like the overall look of it. I like the right balance of chrome, the colors used, and the graphics have to be my favorite part about this truck, because the graphics make this stand out. And it's so different compared to just a normal black, red, or white truck with maybe some pinstripes. You put the graphics on this truck, and it's out there on its own. And that was one of the main reasons I got this, just because I liked the overall look of this truck. And I think the fact that, you know, it promotes autism awareness is another thing that makes this worth getting. And I'd say that if you can find one of these trucks, go ahead and get one for your collection as well. Now, I bought mine new back when they first came out, and I think it was about $89 I paid for that. I'm not sure if the price is still on the box or not. I don't see it. But I know if you can find one these days, they're a little hard to come by. They don't pop up as often. I mean, the last ones I saw on eBay, they sold for over $200. So clearly people want these. But I'd say, honestly, if you can find one of these sets at a reasonable price, it's well worth adding to your 1/64 scale or DCP collection. But that's going to be it for this review. Feel free to let me know your thoughts on this set in the comments down below. I'm also going to leave some links in the video description of videos of the real truck, so feel free to check those out as well. Also, feel free to follow me on my other pages. Links are in the description as well. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.